coming today. So I'm going to present you the raw vegan version of the SOS-free diet. So thank you so much for being here. My name is Eve Zeiler, and I'm a raw vegan almost since 5 years. And I pretty much eat just fruits and vegetables in their raw state. So I don't cook my food. Yeah. So what we have here is just vegetables. It's just vegetables. It looks boring maybe. Well, it actually is very colorful, as you can see. It's attracting, isn't it? So, but you might think, what should I do with just vegetables? So we're gonna make a creamy, hot Asian sauce with noodles or rice. That's what we're gonna make. But in reality, it's gonna be a salad. I mean, I'm always eating salad. But it's gonna look like rice and noodles and a creamy, hot, spicy sauce. So what I have today is I have cauliflower and some broccoli. You can make the rice with cauliflower. You can also make rice with broccoli, but it's gonna be green. Then I have baby bok choy. Usually people cook it, but you can eat it raw. Also, you can eat the big bok choy raw. And then I have some spinach, I have celery, I have cilantro, parsley, I have some scallions and ginger. Although I don't really am a fan of too much onion, so I'm gonna make it without and just chop it on the side. And I have lemons. I always have lemons. If I make a dressing, that's the most important ingredients for a dressing, I think, is lemon juice from fresh lemons for me, and celery. And then you add some other things. You want to make it creamy or leave it light. But lemon juice and celery it's really good for dressing. And then I have red bell peppers, tomatoes, cucumbers, and zucchini. And I have here some spices, hot chili peppers, cayenne pepper, they're dried. And I have coriander seeds and macadamia seeds. You don't have to make it with seeds. You can also use something else or leave it light without creaminess, but this is giving the creamy part to it. So either macadamia or any nuts and seeds that you like. I soak them in water overnight. Here's nuts and seeds. Usually they have natural preservatives so they don't spoil. They can keep themselves for years. So, and those substances, they're natural, but they're sometimes upsetting to our stomach. So I'll soak it in water overnight and then rinse it and wash it. So this was already soaked overnight and rinsed and washed. And I also have this nice sprouting lid. I don't necessarily need it for that because I don't sprout that now. But if I want to sprout that things, then this is actually a nice lid. It's stainless steel. It's like a mason jar lid. Comes with a band, but the lid instead is a strainer. And then you put it on your mason jar. And after you have soaked your sprouting seeds and washed them and rinsed them, and drain them, you can just leave it upside down, like a little tilted on a plate or so, and then or something. And then you wash it twice a day, and you leave it, and it's gonna sprout like that.
Are those just regular macadamia nuts soaked?
Yes.
You said seeds, but
yeah, I'm just talking in general. If you want to have seeds that you want to sprout further. Those I'm not gonna sprout further. I just soak them in water. I don't really need that sprouting bit. But just in general, how I sprout my things is really simple.
okay. But you can do the same with just regular macadamia, raw macadamia nuts.
That's what those are.
Yeah, that's what they are.
It's a seed sprouting jar with macadamia
It's just
nuts in it.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't necessarily need that jar
Right.
for this. I mean, you can put it anywhere and then just drain it, or just put your hand over and drain it. You don't really need that for soaking seeds, but just in general, if you want to sprout further with lentils, unsproutable, or anything really.
There are many nuts that candy sprout.
The can't, yeah, without the hull. I think probably macadamia are one of them. Without the outer shell, like walnuts, almonds, they can't be really sprouted without the outer hull. But a little bit, to some extent, the sunflower seeds, for example, or sesame seeds, if they're really, really, truly raw. Well, whatever, but it's not a sprouting class today. Just a little insight. If you want to sprout, this is a really nice sprouting lid, and you get it on Amazon. So I have the macadamia, and so with what are we going to start? Maybe we'll do the rice first. The rice. So I have here, my tools are a blender and a food processor. This is a little version of a food processor. And I'm just gonna put, you'll never make rice that fast ever, like I do. Just put the cauliflower in here, all of it. I mean, you can do it with broccoli as well. The thing is with these vegetables, they are dry. They're more drier than other vegetables. And if you process them in your food processor, they get this ricey texture. But since cauliflower is also white, like white rice, so I'm just gonna blend this up here. Oops. Make it too full, I guess. Okay, that's it.
What kind of food processor is that?
This is from Amazon. It's called Food Chopper.
Wow, that's amazing.
I know. After the fiasco like last time with the ice cream. I don't know if anyone saw that, the ice cream last time.
Yes.
You saw it? This didn't really work. And then where's my invisible line? Okay. No, this is the rice, you see? It's ricey and looks like rice really.
It does.
It does smell a little bit like a cabbage, like the cabbage smell, you know. But that's why I always put some lemon juice on top of it, so that takes away the cabbage taste, smelly thing. If you don't like it, I mean, then you really want to have the rice feeling. That was quick, right? Some lemon juice, maybe. Lemon or lime juice.
If you're gonna store it like cauliflower rice, can you just keep it like that in the fridge for a while? Or?
Well, with the raw foods, you can really store that well.
Not a day?
A day, of course, a day or two, that's for sure, especially if you put some lemon on top. But it's always nice, fresh. I mean, you can keep the cauliflower for a week,
Yeah, add
pretty
that
much.
to rice.
And then this is just so quick, and it'll taste much better if it's fresh. That's for sure.
We're talking about your food processor.
Oh yeah, if you have questions, you can just
How
ask.
about the is that a cordless?
Cordless? Oh yeah, this is cordless.
Cordless. Wow.
So and the motor comes on top.
Oh,
There's the motor.
What's the name of it?
It says Home Leader, but it's really a no-name brand.
Oh.
There might be another
Chopper.
brand that Food Chopper, yeah. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And then here we have our rice. Doesn't it look like rice? And it smells good now too. It smells lemony. I really love that kind of rice. Okay, that's the rice finished. And what about the noodles? Let's start with the noodles. Before we do the sauce part. So either you can take pretty much any vegetable that's a little bit harder, like a carrot or a cucumber, zucchini, usually people do zucchini, but I like cucumber too. And then you can leave the peel on it, or you can peel it. Sometimes the peel is a little bit tough. I like the English cucumbers. For eating the peel, they have nice soft peel, so I would keep the peel on here. But this is a little bit tough, so it's up to you. I mean, it's not toxic. So I'm just gonna peel the cucumber, and either I have a spiralizer here, a vegetable spiralizer, but if you want to have noodles and you don't have a spiralizer yet, you can also just peel your cucumber a little bit more, and there you have like fat noodles. And honestly, noodles don't have any taste. They just taste like nothing. It's all about the sauce. You know, and that's why not just take a cucumber instead of something that's highly processed and needs to be cooked. So you have here your cucumber noodles like that with a potato peeler, or you can also use a spiralizer, which I have here. You need to cut it in half a little bit because it doesn't fit, so it goes in between here. There are different spiralizers. So this one is a stainless steel spiralizer, and you just put it in between, and there's a little attachment here that makes the noodles. There's like a mandolin blade, and then this attachment, and then you just spiralize it. You see that here?
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, well, you have the noodles. And those are the cucumber noodles. Still a salad, but it looks like noodles. Oops. Not really working. Yeah, this cucumber is a little bit too soft.
Where can you purchase this spiralizer? Where do you purchase them? Online or?
Oh, where I get it? Yes, I also got it from Amazon. I'm really like an Amazon shopper, like everything I
Does
have
it
is
other
Amazon.
stores that sell it?
Amazon?
No.
You know Amazon?
No,
Oh, in the
no.
store? No, I don't know. This I don't know. Probably. You probably get it from the store somewhere. Maybe not that. Huh? Maybe, yeah. But these days you really find not good quality in the store. And then of course you can use the zucchini. I'll also use the zucchini. The zucchini is a little bit drier. The cucumbers have a lot of water. But I do like both. And then you can use carrots or red beets or even jicama. Or what else could you use? I mean, you can use even potatoes or sweet potatoes or potatoes and then steam it a little bit. I mean, I don't do that, but I did that in the past already one time. Just steamed it like a little bit and then I have potatoes noodles. Okay, we have noodles. I mean, isn't that fast?
Yeah.
So, for one person, honestly, we have one cucumber, one zucchini in here. Well, it depends. If I only would eat noodles, I would definitely put some more in. So for one person, if I eat raw, completely 100% raw, I'll eat the bowl full, packed with vegetables, and that's my meal. It needs to be like that big, honestly. Because it's mostly water, you just have to have some more volume. Okay, so we have the noodles, we have the rice. and then we can make the sauce. And then we are finished in 20 minutes, okay? Well, okay, let's first put some, I mean, since we're not only eating those noodles maybe and the rice, we can put some vegetables in it. So for example, you can also put some of the raw broccoli in here. Any vegetables you really like. You know, the crowns are always good for the like chopped vegetables and something. The other part I use it, but I'll chop it as well sometimes, or I just eat it as it is. And then maybe a little bit of bok choy, baby bok choy. Chopped tomatoes in there too.
What knife are you using?
This is a serrated knife. I found it in the kitchen. I like big knives like this, but this is not sharp enough. It's dull. So I use the serrated for the tomatoes. I don't really know. This is
At home, like what do you recommend?
yeah. At home, either I have a knife sharpener and I can cut the tomatoes properly, or I use a serrated knife, any serrated knife, really. But I like these kind of knives even bigger, so you can actually cut it and then use the knife to scoop it over here. So that's what I like, but it's a personal preference really. What else do we have? We have some herbs, like parsley is really my favorite herb. It's so healthy. It has iron, vitamin C, vitamin K, loaded, really loaded. So if you're concerned about iron, vitamin K, then you want to eat parsley. And then a lot, you know? You don't have to just eat a little bit. And then fresh is always best, in my opinion. Yeah, the stems are a bit tough sometimes, so it's up to you if you can eat the stems or not. It's definitely nothing is toxic here. You know, some people are really particular to get only the leaves off. But, I mean, the stem is a little bit chewy sometimes, but it's definitely not bad. Also gives a really nice flavor to your food. I mean, do you smell it already? That smell of the smell of the parsley, the fresh herbs. It's really nice. And for me, it's a lot more fun to make raw foods because it smells really fresh and nice. It's not that hard. It's not. It doesn't create heat in the kitchen, and it's just so easy. And also, everything is easy to rinse. Like this, you can just rinse with water. Yeah, it's everything already clean. And then imagine what it does to your body if you eat. If this is already clean for your dishes, it's also really clean for your body.
Of course, they are organic vegetables.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you should focus on organic vegetables. I actually even like to get my vegetables from the farmer's market. Actually, it's not really certified organic sometimes at the farmer's market, but I'd rather buy it there than certified organic from the store. Because it's always from big companies from the store, so and they have their field, I mean their conventional fields, like here, and then on the side they have the organic field. and like close to each other. There's no rule that says it needs to be far away from a conventional field. So those big companies just make money with that, and it has the same pesticides almost. So I like to go to farmers markets and get my vegetables there, especially here in California. I mean, if you live in California, you're really lucky. A little bit south of California, or even that area Santa Cruz, they have so good avocados. And on the road, really, it's so cheap. Yeah, you can get them. So I put some vegetables in here, but we really need the sauce, otherwise you're gonna kill me. Okay, so for the sauce we use a high-speed blender. And I'm just gonna put ingredients in. So as I said, for dressing or sauce or anything, like celery is really my staple and I love it. So I use like 4 stalks of celery. Just chop it a little bit smaller for your blender to blend it better. Just put it in. And then red bell peppers next. Do maybe 2.
This is for the salad sauce.
Red bell pepper in your sauce give a really nice color. If you make a tomato sauce, I always put a lot of red bell peppers in because this gives the red color really well. Tomatoes not so much.
You include the cubes in your dressing?
No. I don't put the seeds in. No, I take the seeds out. No, I don't like the. I mean, with the the hot chili peppers, I put some seeds in. The seeds are very spicy. It's hot chili peppers. So you can also decide if you want to put all the seeds in or just. This doesn't even have seeds. That's odd. Okay, 2 red bell peppers, then tomato, why not? I mean the red pepper, the celery and red pepper, they have already some water. Tomato has more water, so it's up to you how liquid you want to have it. We put some macadamia in now too, which will thicken up the sauce. But I think 1 tomato maybe? I mean, we can start with that.
Is there anything you could substitute for the tomato if you didn't have tomato?
Oh, sure. It depends. So you want to make a more white, creamy dressing, I would use a cucumber. I mean, you can use water, of course, but I don't like using water because water is tasteless. And if you don't use salt, then it can be too watery. So the cucumber has some flavor and salt and minerals as well. So I use, and it has a lot of water. So that's why I just blend the cucumber in without the peel. Or with the peel if you want to have it green, but without the peel I'll keep the sauce more whitish. So a cucumber has a lot of, you're allergic to nightshades or?
No, I'm just a little sensitive to tomatoes.
Just the tomatoes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, you can actually leave the tomato out.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. Are you gonna try that? Are you eating? Okay.
No,
I could have taken the tomato out maybe, but.
No. I was just asking
I
just
put
because I was
tomatoes
taking
in.
notes.
No,
it's
you don't
okay.
have to put tomatoes in. No. The red bell pepper already.
No, please.
No. The red bell pepper already has a lot of liquid, so you can also just use only red bell pepper, and
Okay.
you can put a little bit of water maybe.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then let's put some lime juice in here too. Yeah. I have some here somewhere.
Are you macadamia nuts raw?
Yeah. Gee, careful with the seeds because the seeds are really bitter. And then yeah, so you can use any of your favorite spices and herbs. I have here coriander a little bit. Yeah, maybe half a teaspoon up to 1 teaspoon. It's up to you. And I have some black pepper for poor people. It's dried papaya seeds. Or even, I mean, it's kind of like a black pepper, but not that strong. It's not spicy, really. I mean, and it's free. You can just dry your papaya seeds. I don't use a lot, so just a half a teaspoon maybe. And it's also really medicinal, so it's supposed to be a parasite repellent for the guts. And also it's supposed to be a contraceptive, even, like irreversible, so if you don't take it, then I never tried it, but you can try it and let me know. And then I have some dried cayenne pepper, maybe just a little bit. And ginger does really well too. It makes this Asian spice a little bit. See that you can clean it up with a spoon.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
Great.
You can put a little hydrous in it.
You think it's important to peel?
No, not really. If you have organic ginger, you know, you just blend it up and nobody knows that there's peel in it. It's definitely not toxic. Sometimes the peel is a little bit tough. Yeah, I don't, if I buy a really nice, high quality ginger, organic, then I don't peel it. And same with turmeric. And people always think that it's like the stem of the broccoli or the leaves of the broccoli you can't eat. And you can't eat that. It's not, nothing on this plant is toxic. I mean, you can't eat the leaves of a tomato plant. That's hopefully everyone knows that.
Lately, I've been chopping the cauliflower leaves in my cauliflower, and it's good. They're good too. I used to
Yeah, I love
it
them.
in the core, chop it up. It's all
Yeah.
good.
If it's really, if the core is too chewy for you to eat, then don't eat it. But
Just chop it. It's
Yeah.
not cooked things.
oh, I do have some spinach. I love spinach too. Put some, we'll put some spinach in here. So it's more like a noodle salad. Okay, back to the sauce. So I put some ginger, maybe a little more ginger. I don't know how, you always don't know how spicy the ginger is. I'm just gonna pull it. It's all from scratch here, you know? I didn't prepare anything. It's like you're going to the grocery, you get the vegetables, and then you do it. So I do have some ebooks online for free. And oh, I was gonna remove Lady Beth's email and put mine in.
I'll just ask her for your reference. If you don't change the emails, we'll just ask her.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I probably put about an inch of ginger in there, but it really depends how spicy the ginger is. I like it spicy. And then I have coriander, coriander leaves, so cilantro. It's the coriander plant. We call it coriander in Germany. It's both coriander, but it's the seeds, the greens. Yeah, cilantro, I have some cilantro here, but I'm not gonna put something green in here except for the celery, which is light green. This is fine. But if I put something like this in here and with red and I blend it really thorough, then it's gonna turn brown. So it's up to you. If you wanna have a brown sauce, you can do that. But we wanna have like more vibrant orange red sauce today. And oh yeah, and our macadamia nuts. You wanna make it creamy or no?
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't have to. This is already salt, and if you want to put some more calories in without fat, I would recommend a mango would fit well in here. Gives it also sweetness. That's really good for a curry, especially if you bought a mango and it's never ripening, it's sour, or it's too fibrous, and you don't want to eat it. Put it in your curry sauce. So then you don't have the fat, but everyone wants it creamy today, huh?
The
Okay.
seeds, the coriander seeds, better to use the seeds than the ground coriander powder.
The powder, I always like to have whole things. And since I blend it up anyway, it's gonna be, yeah, like powder. But it'll keep better and fresher if it's whole. And then, of course, you can powder it yourself too in a food processor or a blender dry, and a grinder, coffee grinder. Yeah, so I think we have everything. So yesterday I soaked half a cup of macadamia, and they will expand when you soak them in water. So, yeah. And that also makes it makes more volume, gives more volume to the nut and seed. It's less concentrated, it has less percentage of fat, and you eat less because it has more volume. You know, you have more from the nut if you soak it in water. And it's better digestible. So that's why it's so good. So the cilantro, I don't put it yet. But everything else is in here. So I'm just gonna blend this up. The temper in the kitchen so quick, but I have a blender at home without a temper from blending, and what I sometimes do is I use the celery on temper. Okay, that's going crazy. But you can add some more tomatoes or red bell pepper. I think I'm gonna put some red bell pepper. It's too many nuts, I think. Maybe last time I used only. Can you take care of this camera because I'm filming too? You can film from the other side.
Thank you.
You can come on this side too. Excuse me?
If you were at home, would you have added water?
You can add water, but it'll take away from your flavor. Definitely takes away from your flavor. But yeah, you can add water if you want to. And I like to add watery vegetables. And I think in this case, There are a lot of seeds in there, so it's really concentrated. Maybe you like it that concentrated and creamy, but I like it a little bit lighter. I'm just gonna use one more red bell pepper and one more tomato. Probably you can put even my temper in here, celery temper. Okay. Okay, this is my sauce. Creamy sauce. Salad dressing. And then, put it over here. And then we can add our herbs. And honestly, if you're not 100% raw, like I am, of course you can heat this all if you want to. I would recommend it, but I mean, you can also heat it a little bit so it's not cooked. But I honestly, like, after 5 years, I don't really need any cooked food or warm food anymore. I was thinking in the past, I really need at least one warm meal per day. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel satisfied. I mean, how should I live without one warm meal? But I think the fasting really helped. First doing fasting, and then after the fast, you just eat whatever. You're just happy that you have food. That's our secret here. Just have to starve you for a week. Who's fasting today? Oh wow, almost everyone. Almost everyone. So it's all for us. Okay, so we have our sauce, and I chopped the cilantro in here, so you still have the right color of the sauce. It's creamy, it's nice, right?
Have you ever used like a seed instead of a nut, like a hemp seed or
Yes,
seed?
hemp seeds. You can use for this. You can use hemp seeds. You can even use coconut. It's really good too. Yeah, fresh coconut.
Fresh coconut.
Put it in there, or as I said, nothing at all.
So you would use a fat instead of you would use that as a fat instead of the nuts, like the seeds, or would you add that on top of it?
Oh no, I would use that instead. Yeah, I don't really mix different kinds of fats like avocado with nuts together. No, I either use avocado, either use macadamia, either use hemp seeds. I don't really mix too much. I always keep it very simple. And, so okay, so we have our little rice here, our rice dish. And you can also cut some more vegetables into it, or just a little bit of spinach, or any vegetables you really like. I like soft vegetables to it. So like spinach is really great. Or tomatoes. Tomatoes is also soft. Another tomato. A rice dish. So.
You like poppy seeds in a dish, sauce like that?
Poppy seeds, yeah, you can do that too. Poppy seeds are more like for sweet dishes, I guess.
Or what?
Sweet dishes. But yeah, you probably could do that too. So I have here my my rice with some vegetables, and I put my sauce on top. So, right there. That looks like a cooked fish almost. I mean, it doesn't look like a salad. But it is actually a salad. I have to admit that it doesn't look like it. Then some noodles. Noodle salad looks delicious. Some vegetables in here. And you can also use the sauce. Either you do this with rice or with noodles. And you have your noodle dish. I don't have a fork right now, but does this look like that? It looks maybe more like a salad, but. Okay, I think that's about it today. Thank you for your attention and thank you. If you want to try something, you can just come here or sniff it if you're fasting.
Can you put your website up on the board?
Oh yeah. I don't have a website yet, but it's